researchers we're always looking sometimes like, what is the absolute minimum? Because our population health is so poor and it sadly continues to decrease. So we're trying to figure out ways like, how are we going to get the population to be healthy? And what's the absolute minimum dosage of cardiovascular work we need to do, resistance training, like what movement, what's the minimum? These researchers showed that if you're working a muscle group 4 sets per week, it's kind of the minimum amount of work you want to do.
Okay.
They didn't, as I recall, I don't remember the reps or if it was even in there. So again, like there's a piece of information that's missing.
Yeah. And I think that we know enough that we can speak to that, is that there are the general guidelines. We talk about 2 reps in reserve.
Yeah.
And so that you're kind of under 10, maybe.
Yeah.
So let's use our research brains and our experience and say that if you're wanting to build lean body mass along with strength, you need a minimum of 4 sets a week, and it probably needs to be heavy enough that when you're approaching 10, you only have 2 reps in reserve.
Yeah, even if you're approaching like 6.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then you could go down from there.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, and I think
average.
On average, and I think above 10, a little bit is okay. But if you're around the 20 reps, you're more into muscle endurance or what we would normally refer to as that.
Can I give a recent real world example of this? I was talking to my sister Barb on the weekend. And she's been doing this workout program. She's trying to influence her bone mineral density, her muscle mass, stay strong, get stronger, those sorts of things. So she's been doing squats and down to, I think she said 16-inch depth. And it's a consistent depth. So that all sounds great. 3 sets. Are you tired at the end of the 3rd set? Yeah. How many more do you think you could do? I don't know. And so I asked her to do on the 3rd set, max it out.
Yeah.
Not to the point where you might fall over and hurt yourself or anything like that, but like that sort of 2 reps in reserve. Like, could I do one more? Maybe.
Yeah.
Sort of idea. So she did 23 reps on her 3rd set.
You're like, add some weight, sister.
That's exactly what I said. Is time to add some weight. Yeah. So first off, great job.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things that people don't generally know is like how much, like it feels kind of tiring.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Yeah.
And if you're going to stimulate strength training, then you have to get pretty damn tired. Like I can't do much more. And the best would be each set, you fall into that pattern. But if you really don't like that discomfort and it's going to make you stop doing it altogether, then do it once. 1 set. Do 3 sets, and on your 3rd set, make yourself feel like, glad I'm done that.
Yeah, for sure. And again, like it's also dependent too, right? So if we have people who are well trained and knowledgeable, we know what 2 reps in reserve feels like. But for a lot of people, if you're just starting resistance training, even if you're an endurance athlete or if you've been an active person in sports your entire life, and now okay, I should probably be doing some resistance training on top of all the things I love to do. You still have to build up that intelligence of what that feels like in your body. So I always recommend when people are starting out, like go ahead and do those 3x10s. Do the generic piece, move well, move safely within your range of motion. And then once you know how things feel and you feel confident with the way you're moving, then you can start to add some weight. Then you can start manipulating those repetitions that you're doing and the sets, and we can talk about recovery time and why that's important. And it's important for people to practice that and get to know their bodies first.